Please tell me that the audio was right on OBS. Okay, I can see. You talk now. You talk. Oh, it's right. Okay. Okay. It is a Tuesday, but it is a weird time of Tuesday where we should be going live in 2 hours from now, not 2 hours early.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to explain
Sorry about that. That's me.
Yeah, explain to the children why you're the reason why we're here.
Guys, I am in a sunny town called Seattle. If you'd like to see, it's very sunny, as you can see. Sunny as hell. But yeah, I'm in Seattle. I'm here for a storm game. In fact, guys, I have a prop.
This nerd. She's there for WNBA. This nerd.
WNBA. It's the Aces versus the Storm. The Storm is my team, but I'm gonna be wearing an Acer shirt because I happen to be TwitchCon was like right during their parade, so I ended up going to their parade after TwitchCon. So I walked away with the T-shirt. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing them though, so it's gonna be cool, and we're gonna be very nerdy, which is appropriate for this episode actually.
Very nerdy. We're gonna lean heavy into her specialties where I can just kind of, it's one of those episodes that I can kind of sit back, because I'm 31 now, so I can sit back and just lay back and do while all the young kids do their things.
You can sit back, look sexy, enjoy the grownness of yourself, and have a good time.
I just want to be the Denzel Washington. I just want to sit back and watch all the youngins grow. Just, yeah. But speaking of birthdays and also speaking of my eternal love, shout out to the Level 1 family because I could feel my face getting a little blushy on this. They got me a very special birthday present. They got me a cameo from Lady Dimitrescu herself.
For real?
For real, Ennis. I opened it, screamed, and closed it immediately.
No way!
Y'all.
No way! Ooh. No way! No way!
So thank you to Baron, Dallas, Fame, Des for always embarrassing me because we had an interview with Veteran Nix, the voice actress of Veteran Nix, Danielle Rain, like way back in the early days of Level 1, and I had a thirsty thing for her, and we had got to interview her, and Dallas would not leave me alone.
It's an understatement.
Yeah. So I blushed. I am still shy to look at the video, but thank you, Level 1. These men and women and they thems in our team are amazing, and I love them all.
Yes, no. And the happiest, this is a formal, happiest of all birthdays to you, because you deserve my queen. I'm so excited that they got you that too. I'm actually like, I want to cry for you, honestly. Under 6 months before you actually open it, because honestly, I don't think you're gonna open it until like your birthday next year. Honestly.
Oh, I watched it. I watched the whole thing, and I was like, ooh, ooh, the entire time.
You replayed it and replayed it and replayed it.
If it were a VHS, it would have been stretched out by now. I'm just gotta say. I was just like, oh, that's cool. Because I forgot, like, you forget the cameos of things sometimes until you see your favorite person saying your name. It's like, oh, hi.
Dude, hello? Especially 2 cameos. I'm so grateful for you. Huh?
Who would do it for you? Who would be your cameo that you would pass out just a little bit?
Jesus. That's a great question. Maybe...
Not like the Black specials, because if Angela Bassett said both of our names, I think deceased immediately.
Oh yeah, if that happened, then it's just like, oh, I'm gone, man. If Denzel, hey, how are you
Oh,
doing, floor hugger? I'd be like, okay, huh? Or how are you doing?
gotta go,
Um,
sir.
gotta go. No, like probably like a WNBA player, honestly, because I'm being a nerd. Or football. Actually, you know what? Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson. If that happened, that would be it. Or like a WNBA player like Sue Bird, Asia Wilson. I don't know. Gabby Williams. Shout out if you know who Gabby Williams is. Gabby Williams. So yeah.
Okay, okay, sports nerd.
Sports nerd.
Okay,
Or
okay.
media nerd? No. I can't think of anything right now. But maybe we'll see. We'll see. I'll
Honestly,
think a little bit.
Jennifer
So
Hale would be another one
Jennifer
for
Hale.
me. Because she
Oh,
is, I mean, she's been in KOTOR, she's in League of Legends,
her
she
voice is so
was
iconic.
iconic, growing up with her since childhood, and she's Canadian.
Oh, shout out to Kanata. Da, 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 da.
I
When,
love
come on.
Jennifer Hale. Mm.
Mm-hmm. She's so beautiful too.
Thank y'all
Great.
for the happy
Great.
birthdays. Happy birthday to all the September babies, because I know we got a few up in
Yes.
here. You guys are
September. Yeah.
amazing. You're sexy.
September. I don't know if it's February that's conception, but there's too many September babies, man. You guys are
Okay,
pumping it
don't
out during
ruin
September.
it. Don't ruin it by thinking when our parents copulated. Don't. Stop.
I love it when people say, "Hey, let's go back on that exercise." It's like I don't want to know the details about that at all, at all. You know?
No, sometimes you just gotta let things roll off your back.
Yes, yes. Sometimes we don't need to know all the answers. You know what I mean?
I don't want to know any answers at all, in fact.
Mhm.
Okay, so I just got some gameplay going in the background because I need you to nerd the hell out right now about, are the curses of sports covers real?
Well, ever since the Madden started doing their okay, I would say this. Ever since Madden started doing their curses, I believe there's only been one or two athletes that haven't fit the bill of being like cursed. And of course, one of them is somebody you would know playing currently right now, Patrick Mahomes, right? He is
Yeah.
one of the only players I think that is somehow evaded that curse because even here to today, right? And it sucks because it's coming into a fantasy season, as you know. So like fantasy football is being a thing. So obviously you pick your favorite people who you think are going to get points. Um, I ended up drafting somebody who ended up being a Madden cover athlete. Today's Madden cover athlete is none other than Christian McCaffrey. And guess what he is right now? Injured. So
Damn.
the curse may or may not be real, and by may or may not be real is definitely real. But the
Okay,
first cover athlete. Oh, and I'm glad you're now.
Eddie George. So
Is
John
that
Madden was the
Teddy
first in
George?
2000.
Yeah. Right.
Then
Named
Eddie
after him.
George.
Popo. Mhm.
Oh, whoa! I didn't realize it was on the N64.
Yes.
That must have played like ass.
So bad in
Okay,
the day. Oh,
I love the
dude,
N64, but it
the N64.
this one shows the
We
N64
talk
logo.
about it all the time. The N64. I actually saw a video of this other day. I need to send it to you on TikTok about how poorly like the first 3D games like aged, but in particular the N64 in general like aged the worst. And the three-legged controller helps out with that, where I have to like milk a cow in order to play certain games. Like I'm giving my controller an underhand in order to play some games.
I feel like I've been assaulted by those words put together. I have to milk my controller with the under.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I really do want to
It's
fight
a
you.
diabolical controller.
You're diabolical.
Who, me? Me? What? I'm just
Texas
making
leans as the
observations.
curse is real.
Mhm. Mhm. Um, I can think of okay, just like the last 5 athletes alone. I know that what was that? Tori, right? I think Tori ended up being injured then. When Brady was on the cover the first time, that's when he had his major ACL tear. I
Oh
remember
yeah.
that. Lamar Jackson got hurt at the end
Michael
of
Vick.
his time on the cover. Michael Vick got hurt. I think, see, Michael Vick is funny. He didn't even end up getting hurt. I think this is when the Dow scandal thing happened. So
Yep.
it's like,
Yep. 2004, yeah.
you,
Jesus.
and,
Ray Lewis.
yeah, Ray Lewis, that's when he had his major injury, and the Baltimore Ravens looked terrible that year, following that 2006 year.
Oh,
Um, this
McNabb.
is McNabb, Donovan McNabb. He had his toe injury. That happened, I believe, that time too, right? I believe.
I
So
hate toe
Donovan.
injuries. You can
Oh
mess up
yeah.
anything but fingers, toes, and teeth. I hate. And
Oh,
eyes.
oh my God.
Oh, I hate eye
Oh,
injuries.
oh. Abdomen injuries are underrated because every time you like you speak, you say hi, you forget how much you use your abs until right.
Yep.
Even
Yep.
laughing will kill you. You know what I mean? Uh,
Girl. What a way to go out though.
laughing will kill you. Oh, dude.
Sean
Is
Alexander
this
in the
a
seven.
John Alexander? Not as familiar with his game. I don't know what injury he had. I ain't a
Let's
historian.
see.
Historian, I'll tell you that.
They're not saying what their curses was. It just says, "Oh, this is just the cover athletes." Never mind. Vince
Mhm.
Young. I played the
Mhm.
crap out of this NFLOA. Oh my! I think I
Mhm.
might have it back there.
Right.
Good one. Ooh, what you eating, by the way? What you eating, girl? Because now I'm
Oh, it's
hungry.
a burger. It's a burger. A local spot, probably 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
Dine and Dash, baby.
You know, first off, fuck you, not dying in Dash, girl, but
That's crazy.
thank
Insane.
you for going somewhere and going local. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people, they look for the old familiars. Like, nah, hit a local
Mm-mm.
spot.
When I go out of town, I always try to go to places I've never been before. And the only time I do go to like something that's familiar, it's because it's weird, right? Anytime I
Okay.
go out of town, I love going to like McDonald's and they have something
Yeah.
weird. Like I went to a McDonald's in France and it had like a hot ice cream, a spicy ice cream, which was weird. It was weird. It was good. It was
I
like a
would have had to eat
caramel
it.
spice. It was good. It was really good. It was strange. I don't know if I get it a lot, but it was like a spicy caramel topping for an ice cream. Um,
Ooh.
it was
Ooh.
interesting. Very interesting.
You know what I would want
Very.
though? I feel like there is places that we would have to go because your American food mystifies me to no end. Just like I'm sure
Yeah.
Canadian food can mystify. Des says she didn't find anything she liked here, and I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Because you probably didn't go to the local spots. But,
Yeah, I did.
mm, I just want to I want to experience Whataburger.
Yeah.
I want to experience whatever ATL classics there are.
What's funny is like I can't think of
No, no,
any
no.
ATL classic.
I don't need the publicized one. I need the bodega.
Or the bodega. Okay.
I
I
need
can
yeah.
take you to I always take somebody to a Korean fried chicken spot every time they come into a town because it was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Drive. It's Guy Fieri approved, baby. That's how you know it's real.
That's true, and
Flavor
I will
Town.
take it. I'll take it.
Yes.
Is
Going to Flavor Town.
Whataburger's too salty? I don't care. I just want to try it at least once. Cause you
That's
Texans
really
mystify me.
oh.
Y'all are upright with the amount of food I've seen y'all eat sometimes. Ooh. I've seen y'all's barbecues. I've seen y'all. Ooh, because I think Dallas is my sister city, and yeah, we get some of y'all spillovers. Ooh,
It's
y'all
meat
wild.
on top of meat and piled with a side of meat. And then you can get like baked beans that comes with meat too. So it's just like
You want vegetables? They've been boiled for 12 hours and pig fat. Enjoy.
Yes, absolutely,
I
absolutely.
love it, and that's what I want. Now, we're not going to talk about 2009 Brett Favre because, isn't that when, is that when he first showed his ding-a-ling to somebody?
Yes, I was gonna say dick pic, dick pic. Give me yo. What's in the pan? This. It's like this. Don't look up the videos, guys. But I rest assure you, it's ain't nothing much going on down there.
Just know, if you younger and you heard Uncle Shannon going at it, you gonna be disappointed
Oh
by
yeah.
Brett.
Yes. No. No. If he was doing, if Brett was doing Michelle, Michelle would not be having as much fun as we heard it with Uncle
mm,
Shannon. I'll tell you that.
mm. I think Brett also. I've grown a dislike for him as a human being with the college scandals, or no, with his
Oh,
charity
absolutely.
scandals. It's like, oh,
Welfare. Oh yeah, this welfare fraud thing too. But then at the same time, like talking out the side of his neck and speaking down on it. Isn't it so funny how that normally happens? Where it's like you don't protest too much. You know what I mean? Clearly, you're telling on yourself. Mm-hmm. Clearly, clearly, you're telling on
mm,
yourself.
say it again,
Catch us
say it
back.
again. Get out of my
People who
screen, Brett
doubt
Favre.
protest with us. But okay, so this one too. Both Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald too. I burned the hell out of this one too. I burned the hell out of this one.
Yo,
Burned Madden 4, Madden 8. The one with Vince Young definitely, and this one was the first one that introduced. It didn't introduce create a player mode, like you can create your players and be part of it, but there was actually like you could be any other player, including like you could play as like a rookie or something like that. All these rookies, so you could like, hey, instead of creating a player, I'm gonna just play as Larry Fitzgerald or something like that. So that was a really fun feature. Both of them got hurt though in crazy ways. I think we talked about the toe injury. I think this is where Larry would end up getting one of his toe injuries that lingered with him for the rest of his career. And
you
Troy
see the
Polamalu,
Timu
I
ads
forgot
on the side? Hold on. You see the Timu
what.
ads that just popped up?
Yeah, Hugger,
Timu, you nasty.
Hugger, you've been looking at titties on Temu.
No, Timu installed on my phone without my knowledge, and I had to uninstall it and like got weirded out the
Really?
other day. Yeah,
That's
I was like
crazy.
not happy about that, so I'm like, mm-mm.
Feels like a dream. Feels like magic. You didn't start singing the whole theme of that randomly
Now
when
I
that popped up.
believe I have it. Ooh, ooh, Timu. Yeah, I hate you, bitch.
I love you too. I told Hugger I miss this. I miss hanging out with her. So like this was very very needed.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
yeah.
mean? This is very needed, especially too, so we can talk about the Timu titties. Timu titties, but
Sometimes you open your mouth and I want to hit you.
put that on a shirt, baby. Timu titties.
No, because I
But
feel like Timu already has that.
honestly, I want it to be in chunky block letters, and I want it to be misspelled too. You know,
Oh, you
um,
think they're gonna spell it right for this
yes,
generation that can't
no,
even read?
it's gonna be missing a T, and it's gonna be the first T, so it's just gonna be itties, emu itties, emu itty.
I feel like that might get you put on a list somewhere for looking something like that up.
Oh God, if you do, that would put you on the list. I would be concerned. Emu itties. What are you doing?
You know what? I think also Larry Fitzgerald is the one that has suffered the most of this curse because that man deserves a goddamn Super Bowl.
Oh yes, it sucked.
He's
Like
still out here
unfortunately,
being sexy.
still being sexy. If you guys want to look at something, look up Larry Fitzgerald's ass. One of the best asses in sports. I'm telling you, dude. That's a dunk. That's a unit right there. Him and Kyle Lowry, ass Hall of Fame. Okay. Uh, why are you looking around? It's
No,
true. It's
okay.
true, Hugger. It's true,
Okay.
Hugger. I'm telling you, dude. Like, what's funny is his ass is like so known. Like, even sports people are like the straight men who have been like quarterbacks or like you know, it's a machismo sport. Even
Not
they're like,
Texas
yo,
asking who.
I'm telling you, Larry Fitzgerald has a dunk. Okay, it's a well known, well appreciated dunk. Okay, and it's a Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame player with a Hall of Fame dunk, and he should have a Super Bowl too. So I'm glad they had an homage to him during the Super Bowl, especially to like the Steelers. Their Super Bowls have come from a lot of referee help. I would say I'm in Seattle, so like that's another Super Bowl where like Seattleites to this day still hate on Steelers because of that.
Hmm.
But it was a great homage because this was like one of the like primary moments from the Super Bowl too. So it's cool to see them have an homage for them. But Troy Polamalu, I think this is where he had like shoulder injuries and concussion issues too. And considering how hard he plays, I know that has to hurt because any bodily injury, ooh, like you run into something and that's what he does. He runs into people. Ooh, that fucked them up. So
And you can take, in a way, your body eventually will. Look at wrestlers. You'll eventually reach a limit where your body can't take much, but your brain
absolutely.
will take less than you think it can take. And you won't know until, oh God, I can't remember. He used to be a UFC fighter, but he was talking about how he was at a fight and he called his manager because he got knocked out. All he could remember was to call his manager, and his manager was asking, did you win?" He's like, "Win what?" He didn't know he fought. He didn't know where he was. Like, your brain will give up before you know it, but when it does give up, it's so. Look at Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes was the nicest man. He got a traumatic brain injury, restraining order. Shout out to.
What's happening, babe? Let me pull up. I can't pull up this chat right now. Let me do that.
Fame with the
That's a
$2 super
wild
chat
thing.
out here.
Bang, bang, bang,
I saw it.
bang, bang, bang.
Oh, fam, we was thirsting over. I was telling all the girls on here about
All the
how my
goals.
birthday present.
Which is a goaded gift, by the way, too. The most goaded gift. Like, she will remember this. She will replay it in her head for 30,000 years.
Also, I
Honestly, I
love
would put that.
how Madden summoned him because Fame, if y'all don't know, before he became the calm, cool, collected daddy that we know he is, was a
Mhm.
competitive Madden player.
Eh, competitive? I didn't know he was competitive. Hold up. Hold up. I didn't actually know that he was a competitive player. Dude. Dude, you're even more toxic than I realized. You have to be toxic to be a competitive Madden player. I know. I would know. Oops.
Nah, I was like, oh, one time years ago, I was like, oh shit, you ever play Madden? He's like, yeah, but you don't want to play with me. And then I'm like, ooh, somebody's warning me. I'm just not gonna push it. And then he showed
No.
me. I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, never mind. I'm good. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be
No.
embarrassed like that.
Oh, dude. It's
But he said
not
back
the
when he was
embarrassment with
young, all
talking.
he gotta do is rotate his thumbs twice and he's locked in. What are you on about?
The sticks never die. What do you mean? The sticks never die. All the Maddens, they might add a new mechanic here or there, a new meta, but at
It's
the
the
end of the day,
same.
game is game. So, Fame, don't be lying. Don't be lying. Don't be
Nah, he
lying,
don't play
Fame.
games. He only plays Madden. That's all he plays.
God, dude. I feel like people who only
And
play
First
Madden,
Descendants.
as I said,
Because I catch him on it way too much.
no, every time that you see him on live, was he doing First Descendants? You see him talking about it on the timeline as First Descendants.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Love you, Fame.
100%.
Love you, Fame.
I love you, Fame. Fame is the best big
Mm-hmm.
brother ever.
Well, Fame, what's your favorite Madden? Because we're going through, of course, a lot of these. So, what's your favorite one? I burned this one to the ground. I don't know if it's my favorite. Oh, 04 is probably my favorite, but yeah.
I can tell you what my favorite is based on the cover. I can't remember anything else.
Yeah, mine is the cover with Vic. That's one of my favorite ones. I ran this one to the ground too, Madden 11, but this is when quality started to fall off a lot.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
bad. I think this is when Drew had a shoulder injury, I think too. A lot of shoulder injuries right now. 04 is goated. Love Vic. Love Vic. Vic's juke move would literally you would transport from one side of the field to the other with just one juke, dude. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was insane.
They say 07. Which one was 07?
07, I'll be back. I
Sean
need to charge my
Alexander.
thing.
Yeah. So 07 was Sean Alexander. Okay, PlayStation. Was this the first PlayStation 2? No. Fame, you're old as shit. You too, Texas. But I love
That's
you.
crazy. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
I'll say it again.
It's insane. I'll do it. I'll do it again.
No, because you know why? Broadband and dial-up. Broadband and dial-up. Fame was out here with LAN parties.
Oh, dude, yeah, no. If you're playing with LAN parties, you're old. You're geriatric. I'm so sorry to tell you. So sorry to tell you.
05 as well. 05. What was that?
Oh
Oh,
05?
Ray
Okay,
Lewis.
yeah. 05 was really fun. I think that had cards, booster cards too. His stick, yeah, when his stick was there, his stick was fun. I think they had booster
Why make
cards during that time.
this makes him look like he ain't got no leg?
Stank leg. Honestly, he had some issues with his legs too, so maybe it's a sign. It's a sign of the
Maybe
time. It's
it's
a
a
sign of the
sign, baby
curse.
girl. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Oh yeah, Drew Brees. Okay, okay.
Drew Brees. That's when the quality I feel like these Maddens really started to dwindle. But like Drew Brees, I think he had his shoulder injury or something like that. And honestly, what's unfortunate, especially with a lot of these older athletes, older cover athletes, well, older being like above 2015, it would end up being like one of the first injuries to where it would be the beginning of the end. Luckily, with
Yeah.
some of the younger athletes, not so much. But not younger athletes, more modern cover athletes, I should say. But for these ones, the ones that were like 2011's 2015 and above, I think 2017 and above, because I think that's when Rob was on it. It would be, yeah, it would be that.
This is a different game.
Yeah, different game
Okay,
for
hot
sure.
take. What's your
Yeah,
take on the Guardian caps?
the car. So I have seen Tua Tagovailoa throw up gang signs at least 17 times after being hit. Um, it's not good. It's not good at all. We need to have Guardian caps. I'm very concerned. I think me being a football fan is very interesting because I try to be like, have ethics and stuff like that. And all I can think about is how unethical it is to actually kind of be a football fan because of the fact that this is the epitome of a gladiator sport. Like all athletes at
Yes,
their
thank you.
yeah, all athletes at the end of their career, like they end up with really like fucked up injuries, and it doesn't matter. It could be like basketball. I don't know if you've ever seen like LeBron James's like or LeBron James's or Shaq's like feet or Shaq's hands or stuff
They're
like that.
fucked up.
Like they're fucked up, dude. Isaiah Thomas's
It's bad.
hands fucked up.
Bad.
Athletes in general, like they sacrifice a lot of their bodies, but like more than anything, football, it's very guardian, not guardian esque, it's very gladiator esque to where like you are literally shaving off years of your sanity as well, not just your physical body. Um, so caps need to be introduced because this game is not ethical. So make it as ethical as you possibly can, which is a hard ask because it's not an ethical game at all. But at least you're doing something. But you
Mm-hmm.
said you got an animator when I said gladiator, right?
Oh, well, I think that's exactly what it is if the true quote unquote gladiator sport of UFC has stepped in so much to protect fighters, Why does football not get the same considerations? Like, okay, I know he exhibited behaviors before, but look at Antonio Brown. After that hit, man,
he got even crazier, dude.
his behavior went crazy. And those guys, if you are a football player concerned, oh, it doesn't look cool, it's not gonna look cool when your 20-year-old child, when you're in your 50s, has to help you poop. Like,
Yes.
it's not gonna look cool.
No.
It doesn't matter. Because a lot of y'all don't even finish school when you get into the NFL. You don't have anything to rely on but this sport. You need to take care of your brain. These companies don't care about you. It is a gladiator sport because they replace you. You could be playing great, but if there's somebody's hot, fresh, and new, they're going to replace you. You're a number to them. Don't be part of the mill. Wear the stupid cap, even if it looks stupid, because, okay, Dale Earnhardt did not support the collar. He called it a noose.
Yeah.
What killed him? A neck injury.
Yeah.
Just shut up and wear your protective gear. Just wear it.
Everything is dorky until it saves your life.
Exactly. Right. Just protect yourself. And I know this is not going to reach the people it needs to reach because they're already. This honestly probably starts from childhood to be like, just take the hits, don't cry, all that, whatever. But like, you want to wipe your own ass when you're 60? Come on. You want to be in Cabo, or wherever we're going to be the next vacation spot. Don't be weird about it. I love Guardian.
I have a question. So. would you allow? Say you were to have children. I know you're not for that, but say you would, right?
Yeah.
Would you allow them to play football?
Oh yeah. Because we both come from backgrounds where we have parents that could have been very restrictive on our lifestyles.
Yes. Yeah.
And I never want to. If somebody has a God-given talent to play some football, yeah, I'm going to tell them the risks and cons of it, but I'm also going to be I'm going to be the parent that, all right, you're in the league, but I need you to finish your degree. That's the stipulations. You want to do this? Like, you have to have something to fall back on because you could twist your ankle on that field and your career is done.
Dude, it's so easy. It's so easy. You can go from like 0 to hero no quick. Like Vince Young, right? Who was actually in here a little earlier. Was fantastic in college and fantastic and had a couple injuries and didn't play as well. And then it ended up, it dried up real easily. It dried up real easily.
And that's
so
assuming you make it to the league because it's the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
For me,
your life is long. Like, we're projected to live 110, 120, 130 years. I need you to be ready for that. This small time in your life is a small time in your life, but it will affect you for a big time in your life.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That like I'm glad you brought up the point that like we're of lifestyles that are like very like discouraged because I would very much push them, even as someone who was a big fan of football. I would very much be like, you sure you don't want to be like a coach? You sure you don't want to be like a commentator? Like, you sure you don't? But at the end of the day, if they like really have that passion to do it, who am I, Petey Pablo? Who am I to like stop them from doing that? You know what I mean? Like, exactly. I have to encourage. I always want to be the supportive mom, the supportive person in people's lives. But I can't say that I wouldn't like, and obviously too, like you talk about like, this will last you for the rest of your life. When you're 15, you don't get that. Cause even at 30, rest of my life outlook, you 31 is different than when it was when it's 15, right? Cause it's just like, oh, shit don't really matter when you're that young. But, at the same time too, like, who might have stopped them? They're gonna probably go behind the back and try to like join the football team anyway. So at this point, like, I just have to tell them to listen, go for it,
And I'm a firm believer of, I love you eternally. I will support you. I will tell you what I know of the situation. If you choose not to listen to me, it is your fault. You need to make your own mistakes. Because if you don't make them, you're never gonna get it. Because us today, damn, where are we going? Are we going on a vacation? We moving, baby. Where are we going? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Make your own decisions, though, people. Life is short, and believe what you gotta believe. You know, faith is just
Yeah.
that.
And hopefully they don't end up like Cam Chancellor or like Antonio Brown, because there are people who don't end up like that. But you know, it's also like kind of a luck of the draw. You never know what will come from it. So you just gotta live life and hope, you know?
But you could also protect your people and like oh god, I wish I could remember his name, but the boxer that he got punched in the back of the head and then he became quadriplegic, couldn't move in anything. Like, or you could trip on a crack and hit your head and you think you're fine and go to sleep. Life has plans. Just enjoy it the most you can, baby. Eat that fucking McFlurry. Eat that McDonald's sandwich. Eat that Whataburger. Enjoy life. I'm 31, girl. Yeah, just gotta embrace it at this point. Can't hear you. Make fun of her, y'all. We can't hear her. Ha ha ha.
Damn. I tried to be like
Oh, we can't
better.
hear you now.
You can't hear me at all? You can hear
No, I
me
can hear
now?
you now. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I guess we're not gonna do headphones for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Uh
fuck the headphones. They fucking your hair up, queen.
I didn't want any. I didn't know if I was getting any echo or not. So,
Girl, do they care? Texas, do you care? Tell me, Texas, do you care? Because we having
I'm
fun right now.
I'm
Now
an
just
audio
enjoy.
stickler, dude. I
No,
appreciate it.
you
I
can't be.
appreciate it.
Now,
But
Drew
yeah,
Brees, this fairy
yeah,
looking
this is
tights. I don't
fairy
like
looking tights.
the gold tights. It's oof. I know it's the colors, but come on.
It's too much for you.
Wait, 2011. Ooh, this was the year they won, right after Katrina, right? Where
Yeah,
everything was
yes.
finally settled.
Yes, this is where they won. So this was actually like a very like a good Super Bowl. It's a very appropriate. This era of Madden's, they did it not based off like I guess
Popularity.
uh huh
Popularity.
not based off popularity, but actually who won. Of course that would change in the coming years because of Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees. I mean not Drew Brees and Tom Brady. So obviously there's only so many times they can keep putting a Patriot on, but we'll see that a little bit later how redundant it gets. But yeah, these last couple were like whoever like got the Super Bowl, the leading persons from the Super Bowl. So Drew being a part of it was great, but he would get his shoulder injury, and
Yeah.
this would be like the beginning of his twilight at the end. So it was very good for like Saints fans though, because obviously post Katrina, they finally got the Superdome back. It was really
Yeah.
nice to
That was a
to
good Super Bowl.
celebrate that victory. Yeah, very good Super Bowl too. The onside kick, right? The onside kick was fun too. That's the
Yo,
thing that stands out for that Super Bowl. The onside.
I just remember feeling like, even here in Canada, because I try to watch every Super Bowl. The only one, of course, I didn't watch was the Dr. J one. Of course, the good one. Um, Maroon 5. Ugh. Anyway, but
Oh,
you could feel the energy
I'm
from
at a
here.
people.
And it was like the Peyton Manning one. You wanted them to win.
Mm-hmm.
You were rooting for the other team and you were hoping for a good game, but you're like, come on, this city's gotta win this.
Mm-hmm.
It almost felt like the Whitney Houston, when she sang the Super Bowl during the Gulf War in '91.
Oh, dude, that was one of the top tier best. Like, I'm not a I hate patriotism and nationalism, to be
But
honest.
we needed it
But
at that time.
oh my god, I love her. That's one of the best performances ever. Like, there's like two
Yeah.
national anthem performances that stick out for me. It's that one, and it's Marvin Gaye's one at like an NBA All Star one, which is like really groovy too. So listen to those if you have the chance, because those two are like the best ever, 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 ever,
Ever.
ever.
Okay. Hi, Don. Hi, Spartan. We are early because our beautiful, beautiful gremlin here is in Seattle for a WNBA game. Look at her.
Even though I'm a
Mm,
Storm fan, I'm gonna be wearing some Aces apparel. WNBA baby.
yeah, yeah. We're just gonna move on with Madden. Ooh, I don't remember who this is.
Oh, Peyton
Peyton?
Hillis, dude. Peyton Hillis. This is the funniest Madden cover ever because literally he was good for 1 year. You won't remember him. This is like a nerd of a nerd. He was literally good for 1 year. He got the Madden cover. He got injured. And honestly, this is the one Madden curse where his entire career was cursed. Like he got
Oh,
injuries.
no.
He never was explosive. He went to a shitty team with a bad offensive line. So it was really bad. Like this is like one of the first times in the 2010s that like one of the only times in the 2010s that the Browns were like not terrible. And because he was doing everything. He was basically like Christian McCaffrey. He was like Christian McCaffrey for exactly 1 year, and then he got the Madden curse. And then do you remember him? No one
Nope.
does. No one does. Because of
Damn.
possibly Madden? Maybe. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Rest in
Peyton.
pepperoni, my boy.
What? Pepperoni is crazy. It's true though.
Yo.
It's true. It's true. Peyton Hill is, dude, the best one. Very rarely in the music industry you hear of one hit wonders all the time. That very
Mhm.
rarely happens in the athletic world. But he had a 1 year wonder, baby. He was that 1 year. He ate that one time, and
Damn.
he got a Madden cover for it.
Damn, son.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Rest some pepperoni, my friend. Calvin Johnson. So
Yo.
this is not a good Madden. This is a really bad Madden, to be honest. This is a
I
really
could
bad
see
Madden.
the big kinetic sensor branding. So yeah, I can feel this would be awful.
Dude, the fact they tried to like funnel in uh connects shit with this too. Like, was this the first one of the new gen or the last one of the new gens? Usually, the the first and last, the bookends of new gen are really weird or odd for whatever reason. Particularly the ends of generation Maddens. Um,
I think
yeah,
this would be
dude,
the end of
like
the gen. This would be like the Wii
it.
U Switch
Yeah,
crossover.
yeah, and they put gimmicks in that shit too. Like, especially in the 2010s, they put a whole bunch of gimmicks in the shit to make sure that they can last it. Very uninspiring. And Calvin Johnson, like, he would end up. I forgot what his injury would be. Um, but this would be again towards the end of his career as well. And he would go on to retire pretty early too.
Oh damn.
Because this would be around the time that, speaking of guardian caps and everything like that, this would be around the time that players started to be more aware of concussion stuff, and his body was already breaking down. So like, in addition to all of that, he decided to call it quits.
Good. Oh,
Hmm.
I like that. I like when they quit early. No, they didn't.
Yeah,
No, they just you just know when your time is up, you know?
dude,
Damn.
like Calvin Johnson would literally like be one of the most beat up people because like his entire career was just like catching contested balls. And like Matt Stafford, would grow into like a beautiful quarterback, but like back in the day, he would just like chuck up 50-50 balls, and like so many times like he would be hit in the middle of the air, Calvin Johnson trying to catch all this shit. Dude, he was broken down. He was broken down. And honestly, the Lions fucked him over cuz they didn't pay him. He decided to call it quits a little early, but like there was like a clause to where the Lions could have paid him and they decided not to, even though he was their entire franchise. And I think they only just recently realized that they fucked up and he's back with the team and back around, which is good because this dude did everything for y'all, dude. Like you owe him. You owe him big. He's the best Lion since Barry Sanders.
What's wrong with people, man? Well, we know what's wrong. Greed. Yeah, just greed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, speaking of Barry Sanders, this is also a bad Madden. This is a very unremarkable Madden, and it's also a very confusing Madden because it's Madden 25, but not Madden 25 that's actually released now. It's Madden 25, like celebrating 25 years of Madden, not realizing or just not caring that obviously in 10 years is going to cause some issues now that Madden 25 is out. But
Not a
naming
concern.
convention aside, naming convention aside, this sucked. This is a shitty Madden. I don't remember anything about it. I think this is right before they switched to Frostbite engine. The animations were canned and shitty and awful, and it sucks because Adrian Peterson was on it. And speaking of continuing the trend of this being the last injury, this being like one of him being injured right before his career would shrink up, but unlike the rest of the people, like where like Larry Fitzgerald was in his prime, Troy Polamalu was in his prime, and all like Peyton Hills and everybody was in his prime, Adrian Peterson, the writing was on the wall at this point, so it's more of a like a legacy thing. So even though he is part of the Madden curse, he doesn't apply as much as everybody else because he didn't get an injury in his prime. It was just like, well, you're already old anyway, nigga. So you know.
Yeah, it's like, give it to him anyway. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my.
know.
Oh boy. Oh.
Richard Sherman. He
Yeah.
had concussion issues. I think that's what caused him. And you know what? He's a very smart man too. So, it him knowing and having concussion issues. I think another swan song, like his one of these injuries that would end up being a pile towards the end of his career. But this was like the last swan song of the Legion of Boom in Seattle, and so
Damn. You're about to make me
yeah,
cry.
yeah, dude, all the people like Cam Chancellor and like you know all the other people, you know, dude, God, Eddie, I can't remember his name right now, but anyway,
Oh
Legion
my
of Boom,
god.
so good.
Yeah. The tiny one.
Yes, the safety, I can't think of his name right now. Jesus, with dreads, I can think of, and he went to Baltimore and then was shit. But anyway,
Damn. You know what?
yeah, no,
Baby girl is honest. We know she's honest.
yes, no, he went to Baltimore and was playing around, just doing nothing. But yeah, dude, Richard Sherman, he would get a concussion, and I think some like toe or hand or something like that injuries, and it would really like mess him up. So again, going back to the toes, keep the toes correct, man. Keep the toes good. Uh, and
Yep.
you know somebody with a back pedal, elite back pedal, you can't be having that because like you're literally on your toes when you like back pedal. So this would not be good for him. I don't remember that Madden. I don't
Nope.
think it was bad. I just don't remember it. So yeah.
I definitely had departed the franchise at this time.
As he should have. As he
I
should have.
feel. Hold on. I feel like I have different covers from y'all.
I don't remember this cover.
I
I
feel
don't
like
remember the
something.
cover looking like this.
No, I have a PlayStation 2 Madden, and I feel like some. Hold on.
Oh yeah? We're gonna see like the difference. The region. I didn't think about region cover art. That is a thing. Cause I don't remember this
Okay.
I don't remember this one looking like this one, to be honest. This Peggy
Oops.
version of Madden 16.
So just let me go back to. Okay. So in this picture here, Brett Favre is in his white jersey. In mine, he's in his Packers
Oh,
yellow jersey.
oh.
Because I'm like, he wasn't in. Okay, and then in
This is when
2008.
that's
Oh,
funny.
okay,
That's
this
actually
one's
when
the
he went to the
same.
Jets. Yeah.
But this one, Brett Favre's is yellow for me. He's in his full Packers jersey.
And that doesn't make sense because that's when he went to the Jets too. So that's
Right?
interesting.
And it's,
Did they just they photoshopped him?
I think they might have because oh god, come
Hmm.
on, camera. You can see, oh, I'm gonna move it for y'all in the stream. Look at his shoulder here in the
Oh, the
stream.
cover up. Yeah.
And it's like a weird fold here. God, focus.
That's a
Yeah, it's like a
super
weird
weird
fold
poll.
there. So it's either a wholly different picture of him, or it's just they photoshopped a whole different jersey on him. Because the 4
And
isn't
because
even on his shoulder in that one.
yeah, and because I don't think the Packers have numbers, or at least that jersey had numbers on their sleeve. So like
Mm-hmm.
they had to like figure out a way to cover it, and so they just put a weird ass fold in that bitch, bro. That's such an interesting observation. That's
I'm
so
glad I
intriguing.
remembered. I'm glad my brain said something doesn't feel right here. Because
No.
I was like, wait, no, something's not right. I don't recognize. You know what? It's gonna be interesting. One day, when this hoe's back home, we're gonna do a game comparison collections, and
Yeah.
y'all see my version of game covers
Which is
because I
funny
know
because
some of them
like
are different,
yeah,
different.
I always I think like Peggy, I understand that being different because like, Australia has the weirdest ESRB rules of all time,
Mm.
right? And I understand PAL, they would have different colors just because, PAL usually things came out later in general and it's copyright. I wouldn't think that with like Canada and the US though. I would not think that at all.
Usually, I don't think it is now, but
Hmm.
remember there was a time when we had to wait a whole year for a movie to come from the theaters to home VHS. So
Yeah.
and in Canada, maybe I can show y'all here. Actually, yes, I can. Hopefully, my camera. So y'all don't have this on your guys's game covers or game boxes, but so it's not gonna. That's English, and then that's French. You have to have English and French on every product you import here
Yeah.
in Canada.
Hmm. That makes
So
sense.
I can understand why some of the covers are different. Maybe, yeah, like you said, different teams, but I don't understand why this one is different.
The,
Because he wasn't with
the
that team.
No, he really wasn't with that team. So that's the oddest one. That's the most
Yeah,
odd one because completely different team, completely different vibe. That shit don't make no
completely.
fucking sense. Completely
Hmm.
different.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Um,
some game cover comparisons. Oh, where did I go?
k-
2016 we
all
do?
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Odell
2016.
Beckham.
Odell Beckham. Yeah, baby, with the catch, the all the way catch. I like
Yep.
that. I like that because with you, it just looks like you're serving cunt. It just looks like you're serving cunt.
Serving, mama.
Serve. Come on. Yes. Look at her catch the ball. Look at her slay into the end zone. Hello. You better work. You better catch.
Work.
Okay. You better truck and juke, my queen. Come on.
I'll be honest, when he cut his hair off, I totally stopped recognizing who he was.
Ah, man. He ruined a generation. He ruined a generation of haircuts single-handedly. Single-handedly, because he spawned the fade mohawk situation.
The
Because at first
Killmonger?
it was yeah, the Killmonger. At first it was him with loose curls, and then Killmonger upgraded it with dreads. So he Odell Beckham will forever go down in hair history as ruining video games and media for black hairstyles for a
Mm-hmm.
generation. So that's his greatest accomplishment, honestly. Not anything to do, not the catch, not the Madden cover in which he would get injured, and it wouldn't be the beginning of his end. With like some leg injuries and shit like that. But it did like ruin his explosiveness, so he wasn't as popular as a household name. But that's why we have the haircut, because the haircut lives forever. Unfortunately, why does the haircut live forever? Stop.
Because they said we're not gonna try to get a fro right, and this is like
No.
sculpted enough that we can get away with the basic white people shit, you know, where you can sculpt the haircut. So here you go. Here you go. Hi. Here you go. Yeah,
That
if I
and the
see
high
another
top
game, shut up.
That was the old hairstyle. That was the old package black hairstyle.
Nah, because we've been seeing that come back.
We
Because
have.
when we cover Summer Games Fest this year and we see that, I am gonna punch you in the face. Volvi is not gonna protect you.
Volvi, save me.
If I see the Odell Beckham, I'm gonna hit you. And then if I see the High Top A come back, I'm gonna hit you. And then if I see the dreads and
Shamar
ponytail
Moore.
with like, shut up with that. The dreads in the ponytail with one dread out and glasses.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna hit you.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna hit you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They got my boy Eddie on that shit, dude. The Rihanna too, bro. Oh my god, like, I hate it, dude. I hate it. It's definitely gonna come though. It's definitely gonna come. It's only a matter of time.
Y'all need to come back and check with us in was it July? Is it June or July that Summer Game Fest?
June or July,
yeah. Y'all need to check back with us in like 3 months because seasons move fast as all hell. And if we see that, y'all get to hit her too.
Why am I now with some punching back for forgetting the truth? Okay, I'm saying it's the truth. He it's like introducing crack into the community. Okay, it was just this one little seed, and then it exploded. It exploded.
If y'all are like programming wizards and y'all know how to make like somebody sit on a little thing where you throw the tomatoes and they fall in the water, let me know, because I feel like I need to make a game around this because she tries me too much and I feel like there needs to be some punishment. If y'all are programming wizards, we're doing that for a game. We're setting that up. Nah, you're a menace to society.
Don't be a menace while drinking orange juice in the hood, man. That's my movie. What you mean? That's me, baby. Gronk, bro.
Okay, I love me some Gronk. I know he's problematic at times, but like, that's my boy.
That's
because
my
you know why?
Yeah,
he is a himbo.
He is such a himbo, dude.
He is so dumb but smart, and I love him.
Like, he's smart because like he doesn't use any money that he's gotten from his career. He locks all the money that he uses in his personal life is from his endorsements, and right. So like he's smart in that regard. He's very good at football. He didn't go to practices a lot. He would just like soak up the information, and Brady just always knew to throw to him. But like if you heard him speak, like that boy is not intelligent.
No, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him talk. I didn't say that. Okay. Look, okay. He is smart. You know,
Himbo.
He's like
Himbo's perfect, actually.
He's like half of the people I love. Like, I love Scarlett Johansson. Just don't ask her a question.
Right.
Just don't ask her a question. I like Taika Waititi's movies. Don't ask him anything, though. There's some people that you can love from afar, like, oh, that's your cousin's child. You don't need to interact with that child.
Yeah. It's like one of those people where you hear the like one or two sentences from them, they're like, okay. And then you hear them like don't have a full ass conversation. If you have a conversation longer than 5 minutes, it is wow. Huh?
You almost go through a midlife crisis because you're like, is it worth the rest of this family that I will never meet again thinking I'm the crazy person for running away screaming?
Right.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just take it. You'll never see them again. That's Rob
Robin
Gronkowski.
Robin Gronkowski is literally the personification of the Jersey Shore. Literally, that whole show is just him. It's literally just him. The personification of that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Love him though. Love him though.
We
Love him
love him, but
though.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That
baby.
it's like a
Oh,
Bobby Hill. That boy ain't right. That boy ain't right. You know.
something ain't right with that boy.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. But yeah, Rob, what injury hasn't Rob gotten over the last couple of years? Because honestly, this man right here, Tom Brady, just threw that boy time and time and time and time again, and he injured everything. And this season right here, 2018, Tom Brady would end up having one of his only later in life career injuries. He's had a long career, so that's actually great. An ACL tear. In which case, like it was like 2 or 3 games into the season, and I'm still upset about it to this day because the Jets had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, and Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 3 interceptions on a crucial game that would have brought us to the playoffs. Fuck you, Ryan Fitzpatrick, for that. But yeah, Tom Brady ACL.
Now, we know how she feels. I will admit, was a Tom Brady fan for a long chunk of my life. You know, before I really got into social media.
Yeah.
And then something my grandpa said really resonated with me as I got older and resonates with me to this day. Just stare at people and let them talk and they'll show you who they are. Some people shouldn't have social media. And the more I sat back and watched some of these athletes or these people that I used to love in my childhood, because I didn't need to know when they were getting milk, I quickly lost my respect for them. And then when Giselle Bündchen, one of the most gorgeous women in the world, one of the supermodels of the world, said, "I want you to retire because your children are going and I want you here to raise them with me." And he said no. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I got hints of it before with the Deflategate and all that. I was like, okay. And then that shows me, like, oh, damn, you a deadbeat dad. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're a good dad. You a deadbeat dad. Okay. Yeah.
He needs the father that stepped down shirt, honestly.
Yeah, he does. Some lesbian's about to step into that place. I tell you, Giselle's about to.
Come on.
Come on.
The stepstud's is gonna come through out of nowhere and save the day.
She gonna start singing in public, I tell you.
Amazing too, because Tom Brady, like literally, all he needed to do, like literally 1 year later, he would go on to retire and embarrass himself playing. Like it was.
He's
He
dating
would have
somebody younger than
retired.
both of us. And that's what also grosses me out.
How old is boy?
Tom
Anyway,
Brady is
he's like
he's in his
45,
40s. Late 40s, yeah.
45, 40. Ew, late for. Ugh. Don't say that. That's gross.
Look.
I know what's funny too is like the after he got broken up with, he like posted a thirst trap in which his like meat was like clearly like hanging out of boxers, and it was just like, dude, like what you doing, bro? Like,
Yeah,
what you
don't be
doing,
that
my
person.
friend? Desperation, my friend. Desperation, dude.
Ugh. Get off my
Ain't
screen,
nobody
Tom
want to
Brady.
see all that, dude.
Oh,
but yeah.
Speaking of meat.
Speaking of meat,
Look, speaking of Guardian caps.
Speaking of Guardian caps.
Texas, don't be calling us out. This is how we be, okay?
We are terrible, bro. We are the worst.
We
It's
are.
amazing. That's why I love it.
But Texas, come back at 6 p.m. CST tomorrow and see me in a completely different light. I will be professional. Whoop.
You'll still have moments, but not as many moments.
This is me and my best friend. This is me and my girl.
Right, we just be talking shit, dude.
Hmm.
I love it too, because literally, that's my best friend. She a real
That's
bad
me.
bitch on the dance floor.
I could not talk to her for weeks on end, but I'd still be like, "Oh, remember what you told me last time? Tell me more on that, girl." Pick up
Right,
like nothing
please.
happened.
Yeah, no, dude. Especially too,
Love you,
been
Spartan.
so I've been so busy. Have a good one, Spartan. I've been so
Well, that's
busy lately, and all the
because
time,
you've
like we
been
drive down.
living.
Yeah, dude, I have been outside. I will say that it's beautiful, a beautiful thing. Um,
Hold on.
but I'll pick back up with Hugger, and it's just like seamless. It's just like let's just bullshit around again, like old times, dude.
Yeah.
You know
And you
that
know
phrase
what?
where it's yeah,
You are tall. You look like a giant from that angle. I was like, "Are
I
you
do.
16 feet tall?" What the
God, I'm huge, yeah. I'm five
okay.
five.
That's tall to me anyway.
That well, I mean, I'm not gonna review. I'm not gonna review.
She's trying to
Said
be mean to me. She's being mean.
Munchkin, Munchkin, Munchkin. It's okay, we're coming towards Dunkin' Donuts season where they have the spice the spice lattes and the spice munchkins. So it's just like you're a spicy munchkin because you have your fieriness to you, but then you're still sweet.
That's right.
You not 5'5", no way. What you mean? You think I'm taller or shorter? Do I give off
I
tall?
don't
Oh
know.
my god.
You do.
I
You give off.
do?
You give off like goth girl, tall nerd energy that would step on. That is sweet, but also would step on a bitch.
Nah, dude. That's accurate except for tall. The only thing that's not accurate is tall. Also,
That's
I
true.
probably wear too much color to be golf girl, but yeah.
That's true.
Goth is a mentality, or I guess, I
That
suppose.
is
But yeah.
true.
Um when we were talking about not having marbles up
Dawn.
there,
Yeah.
Antonio don't got all his marbles. They're a little loose. Pumpkin spice latte at Tim Hortons. I need to try that. Timmy H's.
Yeah. Antonio Brown don't. Nah. I don't want to blame that hit, but it really does seem like that hit changed his whole life.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because like he had character issues, but like there's a difference between like being a lot. It's just like so. Aaron Hernandez, right? Aaron Hernandez has
Yeah.
always had like a history of being like a less than savory person, but all the subsequent hits didn't help it and exacerbated it. This absolutely exacerbated, Antonio Brown because like he was really good. Even with this Madden curse, I don't think he had a good year this year, 2019. But he was still a fantastic player, and he'd still be playing to this day if he wasn't just so dang insane mentally. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's it's nothing to do with his playing ability. It's just off the rockers, baby. The marbles ain't marbling, and that hit, he became way more aggressive, assertive, and crazy afterwards.
Yeah. Damn. I wonder how Vontaze Perfect feels about that.
Yeah, dude. Like, if you give somebody an injury like that, I know it's all about like sports. So, I mean,
Yeah.
like, things can happen regardless, but like, being a reason that somebody's like injured, seriously, that must.
What just happened?
Oh, it just refreshed to that. But it must
Oopsie.
suck, dude. I have
Yeah.
to charge my phone, so I'll be right back. Okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am. She got to charge that phone. She got to charge that phone. Okay, okay. I hope one day the people around Antonio Brown stop encouraging him and start saying that he actually needs help. You know? Because he doesn't want to get help, but he clearly needs it. And just because he played for millions of dollars for a short amount of time where most people never see that in their life doesn't mean you don't deserve some help. We're all human, aren't we? Some of us.
Some of us.
Some of
I don't know
us.
about you. I'm a bot. I'm a bot. But yeah, dude.
Nah, this man's a bot.
Yeah, he is legitimately a bot. Literally live spot. This is the first time that a Madden curse didn't apply.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he would. Well, I guess maybe this one kind of did. They ended up losing in the AFC Championship, so no. But like, it's the one time that he didn't win the Super Bowl, or his offensive line. Which one was this? I think this was his offensive line. This wasn't when he got knocked off the playoffs. I think this was when his offensive line was bad. This is the only time the Madden curse didn't exist. He can't keep getting away with this.
I still think it doesn't exist because I think today's society where we are so everything needs to happen every 5 minutes, it's normal to have career highs and lows. Like, look at long-running musicians. They've had periods of their lives where they are just not putting out something. Celine Dion has put out shit albums. Yeah.
And that's Celine Dion, dude.
Yeah, and that's Celine Dion. So, like, you can have highs and lows in your career. People forget that in this day and age. So if he's not going to the Super Bowl every single year, doesn't mean he's not a excellent player. It just means that's how the game works. Damn, y'all.
That's why it doesn't apply to him, because like, he's never had a major injury. His team has always been, even like last year, the team was shit and they still went to the Super Bowl and won. Like, his team has always been good and put himself in good position. Like, it doesn't apply to him. Literally, all the other people, injured, dog situation, outside shit, he's fine.
Yeah. People out here be wilding though.
I hate this. That's my favorite player. I love me some Lamar Jackson. This is one of the worst bandits to ever exist. Literally. It's just post 2020. Clearly they didn't put any effort into development. This is the first Madden where, like, usually with sports games, like, their first price cut comes like a month or two into, because into the season still, so you can get some money in and everything like that. This had an immediate price cut a week after it came out because it was so poorly developed. Face scans didn't work. The Ubisoft special, for real. Face scans didn't work. They clear black players were white players. Clear white players were black players. Like, everything was broken. The defense sucked. Well, the defense always sucks in all these Maddens. But like, this was single-handedly one of the worst Maddens that ever exists. And they would fix a lot of it. Because they had to fix a lot of it. But like, when I say like this is one of the worst releases and it sucks because it happened to my GOAT, I love me some Lamar Jackson. That's my favorite player in all sports. It was not good, and Lamar would end up being hurt the last 6 games of the season too. So that would be even worse. So yeah,
this is
double whammy.
Don't pay attention.
Double whammy.
Why you back, bitch?
Exactly.
I mean,
huh? Oh, what?
Patrick. Because look at Tom Brady's elbow and tell me what your brain thinks that looks like.
Horny tail. Immediately go straight to it. It is an elbow, man. That is a reverse weenus. No, I
was just thinking it looks like an old lady's neck. What are you on? What is she on? Get this woman. Get this woman.
Okay. Ponytail. Immediately. You talking about me, okay? Go away.
I just love his little chicken arm too.
I love the fact they're both trying to look like tough and they don't. Tom Brady looks more tired than anything too. Like
Well, because wasn't this when he'd be going through his divorce? So yeah, of course I'd look raggedy
yes,
too.
yes. I feel like all the curse went straight to his love life in this one. Like this was just like a personal curse because like he actually didn't play that well either. Like as I said, like somehow Patrick Mahomes dodges all this bullshit. But like
Hmm.
Tom, it was just like, hey, you might look good and you might have had a million plastic surgeries and your team might have won the Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, guess what? Your life.
It's still hog shit smeared on a rotten corpse, man. Doesn't really matter. Texas asks, you think Lamar will ever get a Super Bowl? Life?
Hell yeah,
Hell
he
yeah.
will.
Hell
Because I
yeah.
believe in my boy, man. As long as John Harbaugh, I don't think it's gonna happen under John Harbaugh though. I think that's the reason the team is sucky, not Lamar. Everybody breaks down in those performances. It's just Lamar Jackson gets all the hate because you're a quarterback. But yeah, dude, I'm a Broncos fan. I'm so sorry, but Peyton freaking Manning, shout out to him because both fucking Knicks.
I mean, the Super Bowl is nice, but you could have not won a Super Bowl and get into the Hall of Fame too. I think it's more impressive to be, because let's be honest, Tom Brady, multi Super Bowl winner, but he's kind of a shit person. I'd rather
Mm-hmm.
somebody that is kind of gives back to their community where they're from. You don't got to put a ring on your finger, but I'd rather you as a person recognize that you come from either kind of shit circumstance and try to get back to your community. What's the wrong with
And
that?
yeah, and Lamar does that. So like he's a people's champ, the
That's
people's hero, regardless, you
that's
know?
a winner to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a winner
Um
to me. Look at John
this,
Madden with his unit.
come on. They made his hand look so
Unit.
fucking big in this, bro. Like I'm sure his hand is big because you know all those players have like big ass hands. I don't know if you've seen like um Odell Beckham or like Kawhi Leonard's hands because they're freaking massive, man. Um
Big.
But this, they make John Madden look like he has giganticism with his hands, dude.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Look at that unit though. I can't get over that. Oof.
Mm-mm. What a weird Photoshop, dude. But R.I.P. to the legend. I'm really glad, like, you know, after his passing, everybody always asks, like, oh, are you gonna put this person? Are you gonna put this person in? Um, uh, and there are a lot of people who could have. But you know, the goat passed away, the person it was named after. So like ain't no curses here, only celebrations. It's the best thing that
Mm-hmm.
Madden did because honestly the game has fallen off in years, in the last couple
Ooh.
years. But at least the homages on the cover have mattered. I'll say that.
Amen. That is 100. It's like a Ubisoft. They can cut a gosh dang. Oh, is Josh Allen the new one? Or was
Yeah,
he the new one?
Josh Allen is the second new one. That's the one that came out last year. I think. Okay, yeah.
He
He
didn't even
got
get
a little
official
bit hurt,
votes.
so I think I forgot which one is the official one. I think the one on the right might be the official one. I think the one on the left is probably special
Huh.
edition. I'm not sure. God damn it! How many messages do you have, girl?
Oh, I don't
You got a
use
lot of noties.
X at all. I
Yeah, I can see, dude. You got noties for days. She popular. Uh,
just don't use
uh.
it. I just don't want to come on here and see the latest advertisement for some crypto thing or somebody I haven't heard from in years asking for something.
Preach. Protect your peace, homie. Protect your
Got
peace.
to. At the end of the day, it's me, myself, and I that's I gotta be right with.
All
You
I
just gotta
got
get
in
you
the
friends
end.
like my baby girl here, where if I take weeks to reply, she ain't pressed about anything. It's just our
Mm-mm.
friendship.
Mm-hmm. As long as we get to each other when we can get to each other, and we always are
Hmm.
understanding of each other, and that's why appreciate her.
Forever. Always.
Always forever.
Now, I'll be honest, I can't tell you, like, I watch the Super Bowl, but I cannot tell you the names of most players now. I've been watching the seasons regularly. Man, that's a big word. Regularly.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Woo! Regularly in a while. So,
Yeah.
who this young man?
Oh, Josh Allen, the Bills, one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league. I'm glad it's been Lamar, Mahomes, and Josh in the last couple covers because they're the best, the most electric players. He has a chooch of an arm, and he be bulldozing and running into everybody, and it looks kind of scary and crazy, but it's fun. And so he's just like he plays kind of like Rob Gronkowski in the fact that it's just like very himbo, but he's a
Okay.
smarter himbo and a sweeter himbo, I would say. Smarter, sweeter himbo, you know?
Okay.
Mhm. 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 Uh in terms of actual like curses, I mean, like he had like a UCL sprain, like he was out for like 2 games I think last year, and like there was like a slump, but I don't think a Madden curse really applied to him, honestly, either. I think he was just like his team had minimal expectations, but he was fine for the most part. Like he was good, so it didn't really apply to him. I would say if they're the curse, you know.
Has the next season been announced yet?
Mhm. Madden
Yeah.
25. You have to look up Madden 25 and hope that it's not the other Madden 25.
Let me do it on a
um,
different screen because y'all are freaks. And I don't know what kind of Madden Rule 34 stuff is going to pop up with Google nowadays. I can't
I
trust
need to
Google.
see. I need to see that Larry Fitzgerald, baby. The booty do, baby. Hey,
Somebody come get this woman.
Josh Allen's a beast. Texas lean knows. Texas lean knows. You and Texas are gonna cart me off, baby. It is not even an injury, just out of pocket ejection, unintentional foul. No, like no intentional foul actually.
Stop going to fucking.
Yes, Christian McCaffrey. I love him so
That's a good
much.
picture.
Very good. He and speaking of the curse, he's out the next 4 games with a Achilles strain. So, the curse
Oh,
after like kind of applying to Josh Allen, he had like a UCL strain, but he was fine for the most part. Christian, we might end up like saying like, oh, he's
bam.
fine afterwards. It's not a whole season-ending injury, but it's you're starting off the year bad with the curse. So the curse always comes back, whether you like it or not. It's always around the corner, creeping. I'm here. Don't you know? I'm around. I may skip a generation, but I'm always right back. It's yeah.
It's so we've looked at. We're gonna come back to sports games in the future because this was. I didn't think honestly. I forgot who I was talking to. I didn't realize you were this much of a nerd and we could talk for this long about it because now
Yeah,
I'm thinking about a burger now that you was eating a burger and I kind of want to order a burger. But
that sounds delicious.
we've covered 24 covers. Is the Madden curse real?
Yes. It may skip a generation. It doesn't apply all the time. And maybe it applies for like 3 games, 6 games. Maybe it applies for a whole season if you're Tom Brady, you know, but
Mm,
or your whole relationship. Um, but
mm.
it's definitely become a thing. And it could just be coincidence. You're athlete, you do get injured. Injuries do happen, but
Mm-hmm.
there is there such thing as a coincidence? When it coincidizes a couple of times, maybe it's not
Then
a
you start to
coincidence
look
at
like
all.
the Kennedys.
Yeah. You know? Let's not talk about the Kennedy. What a weird ass family, bro.
If it lines up too
Completely.
much, you a Kennedy at this point,
You
baby.
you a Kennedy, bro. There's something up in the air. There's something brewing, man. What a
There's
weird
something
family.
Weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too weird. Too weird.
Yes. In multiple different ways.
Okay. I don't think it exists. No, I'm kidding. I think it 100% exists.
I was about to say, you don't, or you do, or you don't, or you do. It does. It does.
I think it does because I think it's not. I don't think it's the injuries or anything after that. I think it is like. I'm trying to think, like, the backpack kid in Katy Perry's music video. That is the peak of your career where every single person, even if they don't know your name, they know what your face looks like. You will never be more popular than that. Now you gotta live up to that.
What?
And you'll never live up to that.
I've thought about that in years. What?
Yeah.
What a reference. What a reference.
You will never live up to that moment ever again. Because that's the peak. You cannot be above a Madden cover in sports history. What are you gonna do after that? You'll never top anything you do.
Yeah.
Because for sports fans, they don't care if you do humanitarian work. Let's be 1,000%.
They don't, unfortunately. You could be a good ass person. They like, okay, you kick that ball hard though?
Yeah. Like, they do not care if you do humanitarian work. You could be a great person outside of that field, but they don't care. And that's fair, because they don't have to care. That's just who we are in life. But that is a pressure. That is like winning an Olympic medal. You have reached the pinnacle of sports. What do you do above that? That's hard. That's Conor McGregor reaching his pinnacle. What do you do when you're Conor McGregor? You've set the bar. What do you do?
And I think it helps. Like, it's such a prestigious thing. Like, there's only been like 25, if you don't count the times like John Madden himself has been on it. Like, it's only been like, 22 times that, 22 people who have been on these covers, right? Or I guess 21 people since they brought back Brady and Mahomes, because they were very unoriginal and lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. They phoned it in on that one. They were just like, oh, let's just throw it to the side. But and all these different people, they win Super Bowls. You grow up playing Madden, and you hope you can be a cover athlete. And so, like, if you look at someone like, especially too, like Peyton Hillis, right? He's never he only made like one All Pro team. He's definitely never won a Super Bowl playing for the Browns, and he definitely didn't have like a memorable career. But he'll forever be a Madden cover athlete and will forever have the reaction to where, who the hell is this? But that forces people to be like, who the hell it is? And then people talk about Peyton Hillis's one season. So like it's an honor for sure. It's an honor, prestigious one at that.
And then now we're in the age of where, like, I love Flemlo raps. If y'all love sports and y'all love people from Texas covering sports, my boy Flemlo raps on YouTube, covers all kinds of football stories. But he's covered a bunch of people, and then you get people like in the future, like him, covering your story. You're never gonna be forgotten. That is a pinnacle of history. You're gonna be carved into sports history for all time, which is something a lot of it's more immortal than being in a Hall of Fame more times, because let's be honest, gamers, we have short memories. We do not care as long as the game is gaming. You might know there's people that don't even watch football that play Madden.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
I would say I know quite a few people, including myself, who got into football or said sports because of sports video games. So like, this is an introduction for a lot of the younger generation. Like, how many people like knew about Michael Vick through the lens of Madden before they actually like saw him play, right? How many people like played with LeBron James and then was like, oh yeah, LeBron James is cold because he's that one dude who always scores like 60 on me every time I play NBA 2K. It feeds into the future, and I would say a lot of my introduction to sports. You know, I started as a nerd and now I'm a sports nerd, but it's because of video games.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is you're very right. It's very immortal for that younger generation for sure,
Always.
or
It's
up
like
and coming generation.
that song. That song in that specific moment in a video game. I can remember Red Dead Redemption 1, the song Far
Yeah.
Away playing as you're crossing the border into Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's that song in a video game, or Final Fantasy 13 when Leona Lewis has her song on there. There's just certain
Mm-hmm.
moments. You,
The latter.
girl,
Snake.
it's the exact same cover but yellow. My brain, how did I know this? Sometimes you just like you forget the names, but you always remember the pictures. I think that is
Yeah.
the highest honor because you will forever be immortalized in media history above your sport too.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't deserve it, Brett Favre, but whatever.
Yeah. 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 I knew about Allen Iverson more because he was the cover athlete for the first three NBA 2Ks, I think, or at least the first two. So like, you know, what an honor. Of course, as an athlete, your career is only like 10 years. So, well, in football, it's only 10 years, basketball, maybe
Mm.
15, but it basically it's 10 throughout all sports, honestly. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
but unless you're like super good or something like that. But like, in 10 tries to be one of the 20-ish people to grace a cover, only so few people, you know? So, and
Right?
you can forever too, you can have forever dust off the video game. If the kids don't respect the highlights, one thing they can't respect, you dust off, blow off the PS2 and blow off the disc. You like, let me tell you how cold I was back in the day. I was 99 in Madden. Thank you very much. Look at me, juke move, ooh,
Yep.
throw around the field. Like, you know, you'll always
Yep.
have that to share too. So if they don't respect the highlight, they can respect the video game, you know? So yeah.
I'm with you. Curse may be real, but it's not a bad thing, baby. It's not a bad thing.
Mm-mm.
You get immortalized for all time, and then isn't that what at the end of the day, when you play a sport, or honestly, you do what we're doing right now, sitting on podcast, isn't that what you want to be? Remembered by somebody for all time?
Absolutely. I'll remember this
Sorry,
episode.
we got a dab every time.
Yes, we did. I'll remember the dab all time, okay?
We're bringing 2014 back, baby. Just
Act baby, come on. Cam Newton that
yeah.
hoe. I'm surprised Cam
hmm
Newton hasn't ever been on the cover. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that does feel weird. And you know who? Big Ben feels weird that he's never been on a
Oh,
cover.
Big Ben. I'm glad he's never been on the cover though. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him, but like he was
No,
doing
it's
things at the
surprising.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's surprising considering his play. I'm glad they
hmm
gave it to Troy of all people because Troy is a better human being. But like Antonio
Mm.
got one and not Ben. That's interesting, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mama. But okay, y'all will see me tomorrow. I will be back for the Level 1 Gaming podcast. I don't know what we're going to talk about. The topics are probably already there. If subscribe to the channel, you'll see it's what's upcoming. Other than that, I'll be mysterious and you'll see me whenever you see me next. But Bordy, what's going on? Where can people find you if they want to follow you?
Well, guys, we're kind of having a where in the world is Bordy McBoard situation right here. Seattle, I'm actually I'm on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bordy McBoard. I can't comment like I usually do. But it'll be down there below on my Twitter. Click the Twitter. At the top of my Twitter, I'll have like a link tree to all my stuff. Um, I actually caught a fish at Pike Place. It was really cool. We had like a behind the scenes, so where like the guy was like filleting a fish. People in the chat called me Bordy Bourdain. So we're enjoying our time in Seattle. I'm doing some in real live streaming. I was tasting food. I was catching fishes. I was meeting friends on the street. Like we've had a good time here at Seattle, and I'm gonna be streaming. I don't know if I'm gonna be live streaming after this. Probably, maybe before the game, if Saf is cool with it. Uh, but if you want some travel content, the next week I'm boarding, no reservation, no reservation. Which just makes Hugger tickle. Like, I love it. I love how she's been slowly dying in the
I love
background.
Anthony Bourdain, and I know your personality. Yeah,
Yes.
I I haven't been getting the notifications. What the hell?
Yeah, dude. It's gonna happen a little later today. Probably, I'm gonna stream a little bit, at least an hour or two. Yesterday it was like 6 hours. We were just walking around, just fucking around in Seattle.
I'm gonna
Um,
watch the
but
VOD
in
then.
Yes, watch the VOD. At the 2 hour 30 minute is where I catch the fish. So like that's the Seattle thing. I felt very touristy. It was a very good tourist moment. It was a very like anyway. And I'm gonna be going to Japan in a while in like next month. So that's gonna be
Nerd.
happening again. It's gonna be happening again. It's gonna be happening again. It's gonna be fun. So please follow my Twitch. Also too, uh I'm on Bally Sports Bally's what is it, ballysportslive.com, the Compete Forever series, both Madden, speaking of Madden, and also competitive Madden and competitive college football. I do commentary over it, and then also to post game interviews. So that is on ballysportslive.com and on the Bally Sports app. It is 8 p.m. It originally was on Wednesdays and Fridays, but now it's probably moving to Tuesdays and Thursdays. So this Thursday we're gonna go. So see that 8 p.m. EST. I wasn't on last Tuesday, but I was on last week. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, guys, other things, you can just go to my link tree, follow me on Twitter. I'll be yapping about it. And yeah, dude, go Storm, even though I have an Aces shirt. Go Storm with an
Somebody
Aces
help
shirt.
this woman get a Storm shirt, please, for the love of God.
Please, please, please.
Dawn, she needs to cross the border into Vancouver. Yeah, she
Hey,
could. She wants to come. She wants to
I
visit.
do want to come to Canada land, honestly. I want to come to Canada. Hunter keeps on avoiding.
Canada land? Don't say
Yes.
Canada land, bitch. First off, put some
Hugger keeps on
respect on
dodging
our
me.
name.
Canada land. Is that better? Canadian.
Don't forget, girl, we like Texas up in here. We will shoot first, ask questions later. Yeehaw.
I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna visit Alberta, and then like Hugger's gonna be like, "Get off my lawn."
Uh-huh. I'd be like, who that in here? I don't know you, ma'am. Get on my lawn. Clint Eastwood style.
Right.
Had fun talking
But
to
yeah,
you too, Texas. Thank you for
I had
hanging
so
out
much
with
fun.
us.
I
Yes, I
appreciate it
am
the
still
whole
under
time.
house arrest on. Thank you for, supporting a homie. I'm
The
under
ankle
house
monitor is still
arrest.
there.
You know how
Free
it
hugger.
be.
Free
Free me.
hugger. 2024. Free hugger.
We will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We love you so much. Thank you for being amazing. And, Morty, I love you too. Thank you for being
Love you
amazing.
too.
Bye,
Please. Thank you.
guys.
Bye.